Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I'm just getting everything set up. Just give me one moment. And just if you're coming in, just give me a wave so I can see that you're here. All right. Okay. All right. So my name is Jasmine Merricks. I'm the owner of Jasmine's Notary. I am commissioned in the state of Virginia as an electronic notary, and I also provide remote online notarization. I'm also mobile, and I am a certified loan signing agent. So today, for our JAS class, we have our guest, Megan Napier. She is the Realtor of Napier Realty. And I just want to give you a little background on how I met her. My husband and I, we purchased our home through Navy Federal, and they gave us a list of realtors, and we looked through them, and I had some understanding history of Napier Realty, and I really was impressed with their services. So just to see that she came from a long line of strong realtors, and they're very thorough in their work. I was so happy when we partnered together. So today she's going to speak on some things that we need to know for first-time home buyers, as well as those who are in the military and first responders. So I'm going to give the floor over to Megan and let her give us some information tonight.
Thank you, Jasmine. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. As you can see, my business is relationship-based. Jasmine closed on our house over 2 years ago, and we still have a connection because my relationship doesn't end at the closing table for buyers. I want to make sure that even afterwards, that if they need anything, they can always reach out to me. So she said, again, it's Napier Real Estate. We have been operating in business for over 60 years in Central Virginia. Obviously, I'm not 60 years old, so that was started by my grandfather. And my dad has been a broker for 45 years, and I've been doing it for 6 years. And it is in my blood. I love this business. I love helping people. And part of helping people is, like Jasmine said, we have benefits through Napier ERA that only 2 brokers or 3 brokers in town have. And that's offering cashback rewards for anyone that is in military, active, retired, or have had has family that has served in the military. And those cashback rewards are after closing, and it's based on the purchase price of the house. It ranges from $600 to $8,000 based on the purchase price. So the average home price in Central Virginia right now is around $290,000. So the cashback schedule for Navy Fed or military rewards is around $1,600 to $1,750. And I always like to tell my clients that's moving money. That could be a refrigerator or a couch, or, as Jasmine said, saving it, for something special down the road. So that's just a benefit we offer because we really value the military community. And so we're really proud to offer that service.
Great, thank you so much. And also, even if you're not military, let's say if you're a first responder, such as an officer or a firefighter, Megan does have history with working with individuals from that line of work. So, that's something that interests me even more because she could speak to both of our, job professions. So going forward, if you can go a little bit into the Navy Federal cashback rewards for us.
Yeah, so you have to have a Navy Federal membership and an ID to, be members and to get that cash back, so that it's sent through Navy Federal. So you work with an agent at Napier ERA like myself, who is a Navy Federal credit union agent. So I'm certified in working with them. And then at closing, you are then sent that check afterwards from Navy Federal Credit Union. And that comes out of, a referral fee that we pay to Navy Federal for you to get that incentive. You don't have to be, active. It can be retired. And if you're not Navy Fed Credit Union, we have military rewards program. So that is, again, anyone with military, active, or family. And the cashback schedule is pretty similar to Navy Federal. So it's two different programs that offer rewards to military members.
Great, thank you. So if you could just give us a little background of you working with individuals as first responders or, whether it's fire, nurses, police officers.
Yeah, I mean, first time buyers, I love working with someone to help them have the goal of home ownership. And a lot of times with Navy Fed or first responders, there are programs, VA loans, FHA, which are low down payment. And then also, of course, you want to talk to your lender about if there's any grant money available. That's not within my bandwidth to know what's available. But yes, I love working with first-time home buyers, really help guide them through the process, because it's not just looking at a house. It's about, helping you negotiate a contract or secure the home you want in multiple offer situation like we're in right now. And then, holding your hand or really helping you through the whole process of going into escrow, home inspection, appraisal, settlement, and then giving you your keys. And there's a lot involved in that 30 to 60 day process. And I just always want to make sure that, my clients understand what's happening. I even have a path to home ownership that I give out in my consultations to help walk through every step that we are going to go through, so that no one's overwhelmed and they are always, top communication the entire process.
That's great. And, that guide that she provided, it really does help. Sometimes you I want a home, and you don't really know how you want to start the process. So that guide would actually walk you through the process. And then when you reach out to her, she has a better idea of what it is that, you're looking for in your first time home. So, she's very professional. Like I said, she's thorough and she's responsive, meaning that she will respond to you quickly. So I just want to thank you for that. Even after we purchased our home, whenever I had questions, she's always responded to me within, I would say, hours of me texting her. So
yes, communication is very important for me, especially with buyers, because there is a lot that happens in the looking for houses, putting an offer in, working with a lender. So I really tie it all together. Communicating with the lender, communicating with the home inspector, communicating with the company, the settlement company that handles the closing, so that it's a seamless process. Or I always make it a seamless process, but some things come up. It's real estate. So I just like to keep everybody informed. And then after the fact, I have a really strong network of contractors, like roof, HVAC, plumbing, so that if any of my clients, a couple months or a year need someone to do something for them, I always have really reputable people to recommend to them as well.
And could you just go a little bit into the areas that you covered, like the different areas, whether it's Central Virginia, Tri-City areas, Richmond?
Yeah, I work all over Central Virginia. My MLS and my license is, to work in this area, so I can do Tri-Cities, Chester. Most of my market is I grew up in Midlothian, so I do sell a lot in Midlothian and the Chesterfield area, as well as the city. And part in Henrico. So I really work all over, the area, depending on where my clients want to be. And as long as I have access to that home in the MLS. We are in a very strong seller's market right now. So if anyone is considering buying, it's really important to line up with a real estate agent and a lender right away, because homes are, going on the market and they're going off within a matter of days and often multiple offers. So it's really good to have your team set before you start, looking for houses.
Yes, thank you. So before we go into Q&A briefly, is there anything that you want to share with us that we haven't covered yet?
Yeah, I really wanted to touch on the seller's market right now. It's not to be deterred as a buyer. There are still opportunities to find homes. It just may take a little bit longer in a market where we have low inventory. The average home price in the last 3 months in Central Virginia is up 12% to last year. So like Jasmine, you have some great equity that you've built in your home over those 2 years that you've been there, which is great. But our inventory right now is down 56% to last year.
Mhm.
So it's a very low inventory. So it's creating multiple offer situations. I hate the word bidding wars, but where there are multiple contracts at once. And one thing that I do is help navigate my clients through that so that they can make an offer that makes sense to them, that they're comfortable with, and kind of tell them what's happening in our marketplace. Because Jasmine, your house was a multiple offer situation when you were going under contract, and I really helped you guys win that home by talking about different strategies. And that's something that I offer, is that this is my full-time profession. So that's why I'm able to communicate consistently with my clients, really help them, have a good experience.
Thank you. So now we're going to go into our Q&A quickly. And we had one question that was given. Let me see if I can bring that back up. So this was from Miss Daly, and she stated, what is the preferred time on the job? So I'm guessing she may be saying like how long you need to be on the job before you can, start looking for homes to purchase.
Oh, for homes to purchase?
I guess how long should you like be employed with a job? Like you have to be there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that question is. Preferred time on the job, my job or her job?
Her job. I think that she may be wondering like if you have to be there over a year. I guess.
Oh, so that's a lender question. If it's about qualifying based on how long you've been at your job for, lenders will really guide you through that. And I know you worked with Navy Federal Credit Union with Felicia Howley, and she's great. I can always recommend lenders who can help, give you guidance on that, because pre-approval is one of the most important parts to starting the process, is meeting with a real estate agent and getting pre-approved, kind of right hand in hand. So you understand your budget, what you're comfortable with monthly payments, and that will what you're putting down, closing cost, and then that will kind of set the tone for what you'll be looking for in a home in the price range. So it's really important to start that as soon as possible if you're thinking of buying a home in 2021.
Okay. Another question, this might be a lender question as well. Are there any incentives for nurses? So I'm guessing
not with our relocation department. We have AARP incentives, which is for, I think, anyone 60 years and older. I'd have to confirm that, where we have cash back for AARP members, and credit, Navy Federal Credit Union, and military rewards. We don't have an incentive program directly for nurses.
Okay.
But we appreciate everything that you're doing right now. I know you guys are working very long hours and, being on the front line of what's been happening. So definitely appreciate your service.
Thank you. So those are all the questions we have right now. I know a lot of times we may get questions after the recording, so we're going to leave the comments available. If you all would like to follow Napier, Megan, I keep going by last name. That happens.
That's okay.
So you can follow Megan on Instagram at Megan Napier RVA. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna enjoy her Instagram. I love her little dog. Is your dog there? Is she gone?
Oh, she's sleeping. Yeah, but it's important if you're looking to buy. I do buyer consultations at my office, wearing masks, socially distanced, or even over Zoom to kind of help talk about people's homeownership goals and really what they need. So that's always a really important process, as well as just starting to sit down and have a conversation.
And like I said, she's very personable. She's up to date, with the current times. So, if you're looking for someone who can relate to your, your situation, your needs, and your interests, I would definitely recommend Megan. Also, if you're interested in contacting me, you can follow me on Instagram at Jasmine's Notary. And I really thank you all for coming out today. We're not going to hold you much longer. Feel free to replay this recording if you missed anything. And like I said, DM us. The referral code will be the JAS Class. So, when you reach out to Megan, just say, hey, I watched the JAS Class, so she'll know that, you all were a part of this referral. Okay. Is there anything you want to share with us before we leave tonight, Megan?
No, but I actually think I have a referral for you for someone who needs a mobile notary. So that kind of got my brain churning. So I'll send that to you offline.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you all have a good evening and thank you for tuning in. All right.
Thank you.
Good night.